God forbid Donald Trump becomes president of the United States. But let's imagine if he does. Then that'll be terrible news for a lot of people and many immigrants like myself. Let me tell you why. I came to the United States when I was 11 years old. And my mom told me that education is the key to better education and better opportunities. So when I grew up, I did my best to pursue the American dream. But at one point, I realized that as an undocumented immigrant, I lacked the access to many other opportunities and realized that we have a broken immigration system that separates families. And I thought, what can I do to take action and bring about the change that I want to see in the world? So I decided to become an immigrant rights activist. And I decided to become involved in many different local, statewide, and national campaigns. One of them was the California Dream Act campaign, in which my friends and I organized and led one of the largest campaigns to push for the passage of the California Dream Act. In 2012 and 13, we managed to pressure the Obama administration to stop the deportation of undocumented youth. In fact, in May of 2013, I was invited to the White House to speak with President Obama and Vice President Biden on immigration. Later that year, I was invited to participate in the Forward.us Dreamer Hackathon, in which my friends and I developed an application that connects individuals with their elected officials. One thing I noticed is that there's a communication gap between political organizations and individuals. Many of those communication tools are ineffective, they're hard to use, they're too complicated. We want to simplify that process and create a platform that will enable those political organizations to grow, connect with, and mobilize their supporters to take action. So we're creating PoliBeats, the one-stop, all-in-one platform for civic engagement. With PoliBeats, we will provide those tools that will allow individuals to connect with their political organizations and also with their elected officials. I'm a self-taught programmer and graduated UCLA with a degree in political science. My co-founder, Ivan Ceja, he is a computer science student at Cal State Dominguez Hills and has participated and organized many different campaigns at the local, state, and federal levels. He also managed to grow one of our organizations' a supporter base from 0 to 40,000. Let me walk you through the process of creating an online campaign with PoliBeats. It's really simple. People and organizations will be able to do it in less than 5 minutes. Currently, platforms, it usually takes them between 30 minutes to 60 minutes to create a simple campaign. With PoliBeats, they'll be able to give it a title, specify the type of action, provide a simple message, and upload an image or video. In this case, they'll be able to choose the type of action, call in action. When they click Launch Campaign, individuals will get a push notification letting them to take action. Or, in other cases, they would get a text message with instructions on how to take action. So for instance, if a political organization wanted to mobilize their members to contact, let's say, Vice President Biden or Representative Boehner to support immigration reform, then they would be able to do it within 5 minutes. For individuals, we want to give them the tools so that they become better and informed voters for the upcoming elections. So for instance, they would be able to see a list of their elected officials, and when they click on one of them, they would be able to see more detailed information as to where they stand on certain issues that matter to them. And with the click of a button, they will be directly connected to their elected official in Washington, D.C. One thing that we tell people not to do is to drunk test or drunk call their elected official using our platform. We plan to collect all this data and provide this data through the organizer dashboard. The organizer dashboard will be the main tool for political organizers to know whether their campaigns are being effective or not. We're going to let them know in real time who's taking action and how many calls are being generated. This is very important for political organizers because they want to know who from the supporter base is the most active so that they can refine their strategy and win campaigns. We have several competitive advantages. First of all, we're a multi-platform. We're going to be available in Android, iOS devices, and also on the web. So people won't have won't have to make any excuses to say, well, I couldn't download it. Also, our platform is going to be user-friendly, and it's going to be very simple to use. Our go-to-market strategy is the following. We're going to target some of the most influential immigrant rights organizations in the country. These organizations are willing to make partnership with us and to test the application with our members. Our ultimate vision is to target all of the immigrant rights organizations in the US in the first year. In the second year, we plan to open up the platform to other advocacy organizations focusing on civil rights, education, and the environment. And in the third year, we plan to open the platform to elected officials and political candidates. Not to Donald Trump, though, by the way. PoliBeats, the one-stop, all-in-one platform for civic engagement.